You can create fully colored vector graphics and logos using AI in Kittl, and it's super simple to do. We have ready-made styles in Kittl paired with the best AI models in that style, so that all you have to do is type in your prompt, hit generate, and then edit your vector graphics color, size, and even anchor points to your heart's content. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, plus some amazing features we have in Kittl to take your designs to the next level. So whether you need a logo for a tech brand, or a mascot for an e-gaming team, or an abstract monogram for a new coffee shop, this Kittl feature is going to get the job done. All right, so let's dive into Kittl here. And I have 4 examples that I'm going to show you, as well as some other features you should know about in Kittl. And the first thing you're going to want to note is, besides even looking at these, to get to where you would generate vector graphics is down here in this prompt settings area. And then what you're going to want to do is click on Style. And then if you look over under the Browse Styles section, you'll see Vector. If I click on that, you are going to see all of these different styles that when you put your prompt in and hit generate, they are going to be vector. And as you can see from some of the thumbnail images, these are colored. And so you will be able to do, as you see here on the screen, create incredible, actually very clean icons, logos, even text with these styles. I'm going to open it back up for just a second, and we're going to go through some of the ones that I used to create those. But as I scroll down, you can see that they turn a little bit more into just the monochromatic black and white styles, and we're going to be adding more over the coming weeks. So you'll probably even see more by the time you are watching this video. And as you can see, there's this section that says Auto Apply Model. So if I were to click Vector Mascot, you can see underneath it says Ideogram 3. And if I click it with that Auto Apply Model switched on, here it is already selected, Ideogram 3, and then you can see the style, the mascot style has been pre-selected so that when I type my prompt in, I know it's going to generate with this model and in that style. Now you don't have to do that. You can click open this. Let's say you'd want to use Nana Banana Pro. You can still type that in, do whatever you want to do, change the aspect ratio, even generate up to 4 images at one time if you would like to, and go from there. But we are going to look at some of the ones that I made so that you can get an idea of what you can create. So if I select this first one, we also have this really nifty feature in Kittl, which I like to call prompt memory, which is up here in the far top right section, where if I click more, I can see the entire prompt that I used to generate this vector icon with AI. Now, it doesn't just stop there, which you can copy if you want, and I hit recreate, you're going to see it populate back down here, and you're going to be able to see the exact style I used as well as that same prompt. So you see it matches up here. It just saves you the trouble from having to copy it and paste it. You can hit recreate and it's going to open it up exactly as it was. Now, if I go to style and I go to vector, you can see the one that's being used is the vector emblem, which is using Ideogram 3 quality. So if I come back here and I'm going to zoom in on this one specifically, I said create a minimalist logo for a tech brand. Use blue and warm amber colors. Logo should feature a subtle abstract disk icon, such as a floppy disk or CD disk. Simple lines, balanced composition, and then I added this little bit right here for the style. So I want it to be modern, I want it to be calm and inspirational, and I did use this little feature we have here called Enhance Prompt. So what I had initially typed in was create a minimalist logo illustration for a tech brand. I gave it some colors and the icon idea, and then I hit Enhance and it added all these other little stylistic terms and things like that. And then I hit Generate, which if we were to do it right now, I'm going to go ahead and put this on 2 images. And let's go ahead and generate it again just to see what happens. You're going to see these 2 cards load in, and generating multiple at one time is a really great way to get an idea for what you want to do. Maybe you don't want to just necessarily generate one. You can just generate multiple and then decide which one is best. But I like this one quite a bit. And because it's vector now, you can see that there are illustration colors over here on the right side. And if I click see all 5 colors, I can target any one of these and start changing the color. So you see that one color that was like an amber yellow color. I can change it to be anything else, or I can select from the colors down here to change it. I can even open up the color palettes option, and I can scroll through these to decide what color I might want my little floppy disk thing to be, right? So I kind of like this one a lot, and I've noticed that these two colors are different. We can go back up into the individual colors for this disc. I could grab that one of the yellow, and then I can use the eyedropper tool or any other feature here that I want to change the color. Now I could also just double click in, and I could select this exact piece by itself. Now this is what's extremely powerful about the vector graphics with the AI in Kittl, because it has made a fully scalable vector graphic, meaning you can take this apart. I could double click in, I can start changing the direction of the points, I can take points away by deleting them, whatever else you want to do. I'm going to go back so that I don't mess up this entire icon here, but I could go and target any one of the pieces in this vector graphic. You can also change colors that way, by the way. So if I double click on this yellow piece right here, I can grab it, I can change it to the blue. I can grab this turquoise piece, also change it to the blue, and then now we have something that maybe looks a little bit more consistent. Down here you can see the other generations for this minimalist illustration style. I don't necessarily like these as much as this one, but it is cool to see an idea of maybe 3 or 4 different times for what you could create, and I think that this one came out a little bit better than the rest of them. Now the AI can also generate your iconography, your illustrations with text. So you can create full graphics, full logos for what you might need just by putting in a prompt. And that's exactly what I did with this one right here for an e-gaming company called Axion. So if I come up here and I hit recreate, you're going to see create a vector logo for an e-gaming brand called Axion. I notice here that I put it all in uppercase, showing a medieval style axe as the main illustration. And then you can see the shark right here, which if I open up style and I go to vector and I scroll down to the shark, you're going to see vector mascot also with ideogram 3. Now, like I mentioned before, you don't have to use that style if you don't want to. If you want to use like a Nana Banana, or if you want to use a Flux 2 or a ChatGPT, you can. For example, let's just go ahead and try it. I don't know exactly how it might turn out, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it on 2, hit generate. The loading cards are going to pop in. I'm going to select both and just drag them down here. And then the same thing I showed you before, if we wanted to go and browse color palettes, as I'm doing here, you can see that everything is changing. Or if I wanted to target just the text by itself, I can do that and change the color to maybe like a yellow or something else. And you can basically have full control over whatever you want to do. Now, we have another feature in Kittl with AI called Remix. I'm going to duplicate this one, and I'm going to have this change back to white. And let's say that you want Axion, maybe it wasn't right for you and your team on the gamers that want the I to be an E instead. Okay, I don't know why. They just want it to be spelled or showed that way. If I click, I'm going to go ahead and click Remix here, right? So I have this image selected. I'm going to hit Remix, and you can see here it has pre-selected that logo. I'm going to say change the I in this logo to be an E, keeping everything else the same. And I am going to do this with Nana Banana Pro. I'm going to keep it in the same, I'm going to actually match the input so that it just keeps the exact aspect ratio. And then I'm going to hit generate, because I don't need to remix this multiple times. You can if you want to, but I'm going to hit generate, let that load in here, and we're going to check out these other ones down here. These are pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. These are the Nana Banana options. I don't like this one as much. I do think this one is cool for, let's see what it was. Yeah, create yeah, okay. So I didn't give it any color here, but I could go to browse more colors. Ooh, that one already looks pretty cool. Let's find like a darker kind of palette, maybe something like, yeah, something like that could be cool. And now there are certain pieces I don't like about this, but it's okay. I can just double click in, and like, for example, this little piece here that generated trying to have the shield there, I can just get rid of that. I could even get rid of this one if I want to, just to make it maybe a little bit more clean, a little bit less busy. I can just select all of these dots, and then when I'm done, I can double click out, and we're pretty much ready to go. I mean, this is pretty neat. Maybe there's some other little places we can clean up, like these pieces in here. We could get rid of some of these light tan or these light brown pieces that we don't necessarily want. and get rid of some of those. And so yeah, maybe we didn't want the brown there on that, but that's what's so great about having vector control is you already have a really great starting place. So maybe we don't necessarily want this white space in here, and so we want the A to be filled in with the gray. Boom. Maybe we want the same thing with the O. Let me just go through this quickly. And now you have like a really good, at least concept to move forward with. And you could do the remix thing that I showed you, start changing around. Here it is again without the I. Now it is an E. The one thing about remix though is that it will create an image. We are still working on creating remix with a vector graphic. And so what I did was I basically remixed the vector graphic into an image. Still okay. I can remove the background just like this to make sure that's gone. And then I can just hit vectorize up here, and we're going to put it on, let's say 5 colors just to be safe. Hit vectorize, give that a second, and there we have our vectorized version of this one, except with an E instead of an I. So having those features like a vectorizer built into Kittl, even if you are not using the AI vector styles, you can still use our vectorizer feature, pretty much make anything a vector. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Now here's another example of an owl icon, an owl illustration. So I'm going to go ahead and hit recreate. And you can see create a simple owl head icon using dark green colors. And you can see the little trophy here. So if I go back to vector, that is the colored line icon, which if I click it, it's using ChatGPT 1 HD. And I think this did a pretty great job. I mean, even thinking back a year ago, even just months ago, I wasn't really confident with the output that a lot of the AI was doing, but this is actually quite nice. So if we wanted to take this, for example, maybe start working on some concepts for a potential logo mark or a word mark, I'm going to hit the T button, drag this out, and then type in OW for the remaining letters of the word owl. And then I'm going to type in, oh, maybe this one could be cool. I'm just going to type in bold to see what comes up. And maybe we want to go with something like, maybe like this, something bold. Makes this bounding box smaller. And build this up. This might be a little bit too bold for what we want. And maybe we want to do something like this where we can start concepting what a potential word mark or a logo mark might look like, which you can easily start doing in Kittl. So that's pretty neat. I think the ability to concept icons, illustrations, logo concepts, things like that is really strong. Even if it doesn't end up being your final asset, which it certainly might, you can at least get an idea, a starting place for where you want to go. And then using features like this remix tool, you can create variations, create versions of it, maybe with a different style of eyes or a different style of brow or a smaller beak or a bigger beak or more of an oval instead of a circle shape. And you can do this with the AI really quickly. Now, I mentioned that you don't necessarily have to use the vector AI styles to get a vector graphic. And that is exactly what I did with this one, utilizing some of our stronger AI presets and then using the vectorizer tool after that. And I'm going to walk you through that process right now so that you can get incredible monograms and typography designs just like this one. So if I were to just go to generate image, I am going to delete this because we don't need it. I'm going to go to style. And then if I go to logo type and scroll down, you're going to see a whole bunch of different really cool logo type options. Now, we also have this typography panel here where if I click on typography and I scroll down, you're going to see all these different really cool effects. But the one that I was wanting to utilize the most, especially for this monogram, is all the way down here at the bottom, and it's minimal logo. So all I did was I clicked minimal logo, and then I pasted in my prompt, which here is a minimal abstract monogram incorporating the letters MC with fluid interwoven lines, modern minimalist aesthetic, ensure the design is suitable for high resolution applications, professional branding. So things like fluid, interwoven, minimalist, high resolution, professional branding, things like that. I wanted to get a very elegant looking mark. And this was the image that it generated, which I think looks really, really cool. There's only a couple of issues with this. One, it's a static image, so I can't necessarily scale it to be really, really big. Number two, it has a background on it, which is not a problem because I can actually hit remove background right here, and it's gonna take that away. But back to problem number one, if I start increasing this, you can see already, if I zoom in, it already has this fuzziness around it, which is going to be a little bit problematic, especially if I start to vectorize it, and which I'll go ahead and do, because of the fuzziness of the pixels around here. If I click vectorize, we may end up with something that's pretty decent, but as I zoom in here, you're going to see all of these little kind of like nooks and crannies of how it's just not quite a perfect circle. So you'd have to double click in and really start playing with this and all of the anchor points in the nodes to get it exactly right, which you certainly can do, but there's an easier way. So if I go back to this, where it is a static image, I have removed the background from it. There is a hack you can utilize to get to this, which, as you can see, a fully vector. I can double click in, it's fully vector. It's fully scalable, and it's fully colorable, so I can make it any color I want, which is amazing. You can select your generated image, no matter if it was a typography style, an artistic style, a logo style, whatever it was, and I'm going to hit remix, and this is the super special hack that I use all of the time. On remix, I'm going to hit Nana Banana Pro 4K. I'm going to type in enhance this image to be clear 4K resolution, and typically I just match the input, and then I'm going to hit generate, and it will take a little bit of time to do, but afterwards you are left with an incredible image. All right, so here is our higher resolution image. So you can see on the left, there's the original. You can see all these little pixels and things right here. But if I go over to this one, which again is the enhanced 4K resolution version, it's super nice and rounded, no issues at all, which now we can remove the background just like that. Now we can hit vectorize, and we are going to be left with a super nice, clean, rounded vector graphic. So almost no deficiency at all happened, which is how I ended up with this one right here. So in just a couple of minutes, really, we have several options for different use cases, whether it be tech, gaming, maybe a coffee brand or something like that, or this owl for any kind of logo. Maybe it's like a book readers club or whatever it is. And if you're trying to get more elevated vector graphics, you can do it with AI now using these styles in Kittl. And you can even take this all a step further using features like the remix tool, where I can just simply type in a prompt to see what my vector logo, my vector graphic will look like on a real use case scenario. All right, so for example, here is my image. Again, using remix, I said mock this monogram up on a tan to-go coffee cup with a dark brown lid being held by a hand with rings. The background is a modern coffee shop setting. Emphasis should be on the monogram on the cup. And look at that. I mean, this is really, really cool. A nice, easy way to see your logos, your vectors, your graphics in concept. And you can do that with any one of these images. Now, if you want to learn more about how to use Kittl's remix tool or Kittl Flows, which is taking your designs, your iterations, your products, whatever it is, and showcasing them on a lot of different things and a lot of different use cases, we have other videos you can check out. You can use the links down in the description to go check out those videos. And if you don't have Kittl yet, or if you haven't used Kittl AI, you can also use the link down in the description to sign up. And if you like Kittl a lot, there is a discount code that you can use to get a percentage off of your first subscription. But you let me know what you think in the comments about these vector graphics. Have you tried these out? What kind of vector styles would you like to see in Kittl? Maybe we can make that happen for you. Maybe we can get some more in there depending on the use case that you need. So don't forget to drop that down in the comments. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss videos just like this one, and we will see you in the next video.